Hey guys, and welcome back to another tips and tricks video. So today we are going to be looking at heroic Terros. This boss is significantly more difficult compared to its normal version, mainly because of all the damage of the abilities has been increased by a shit ton. So this makes it a real output check, which is why I recommended you doing Primal Council first, since there's no real DPS check there. It's mainly a mechanics check. Things to know before we start the video. You really got to think about your movement, since there's a few ways that your movement in the fight can affect how easy or hard it will be to kill the boss. So this is a pure single target fight, so bring your single target builds. As you can see, I've switched out Ready Decree for Wake of Ashes, so that sort of thing. So, with Bloodlust on the pool, we'll do as much damage as we can and quickly before the mechanics start coming in. So I get the first big circle, so generally you want to stand still, even if you're ranged, because of how the positioning works in this fight, is that you'll need everyone in one big clump that is very, very loosely spread because of the eruption, and more importantly the placing of the pillars. So I don't know if you saw it there. Actually you won't see it here, but we'll have a weak aura when the big circle coming in, and if you've got a smaller circle during the eruption, then you'll be assigned to either the left or the right hand side. This just helps with the tank slam, and it really helped us a lot. But if you don't have the weak aura to do that, then that will probably wipe you most of the time, since like the damage from the tank slams can vary. So by doing it this way, you won't really miss any pillars. Okay, so this is the second eruption. I believe this is one. Okay, yeah. So let's stop here. So this is not what we want at all. So you see how all the pillars are or not all of them, but most of them are horizontal lines rather than vertical. That just makes it harder for the tanks to break the pillars, which is why the weak aura is so good, because it just tells you where to go. But I think the tanks can still get it done. Like there are 2 there, but I think they're about to do 4 here. I think they can get all. Or is that 3? Oh, I think that's 3. I thought it was 4. Okay, actually, let's talk about that for a minute. So the boss slams, which spawns these little circles. So we're moving clockwise around the boss, and the boss's slam just leaves circles that you want to avoid. Now those circles spawn shit which you need to avoid, but will also be in your way when moving from the resonating annihilation. So the way we handle it is we move either anti-clockwise, like this way around the room, or we move to the back. That way the circles will not spawn in our pathing, which is actually really, really, really helpful. It's actually a neat little trick. So I believe the annihilation is coming up soon. This is your typical like mechanic that just takes away quarter of your room, much like Side and Athos phase 1 and 3. Okay, so yeah, that's the annihilation. It does spawn circles, but there's nothing you can do about that. But now I believe I get the pillar debuff. Okay, see there, that's the weak aura. So I do what the weak aura says. It's right in the middle of your screen. So I move to the left corner of the big circle. And when running from stuff, except for the Shattering Impact, it doesn't really matter where you run, even the Annihilation, but as long as you're getting back in time for the next pillar spawning, you should be okay. So like, if you move from the slam that spawns circles, if you run this way, or from the slam, if you run the other way, it's fine, as long as you get back for the next soaking. So you're going to be fine. And that's pretty much the fight. At this point, we're just repeating the mechanics: stack the pillars, move out of the impacts, move out of the bad shit, move around the room when you need to. The only thing that can possibly go wrong is too many pillars being destroyed at once, because sometimes, or if you don't have the weak aura, sometimes the tank will only pop 2 pillars, but sometimes they might pop even 4 or even 5. if people don't pay attention to where they're going. And this goes without saying, reses should generally be saved for the healers. Because I don't think the tanks are at that much of a risk here. Compared to, I believe, the next fight, we're looking at Senath.
Lockgate going down.
So we're just trying not to die here. We're looking good on time. He's at 25%, and he's just about to take the second quarter of the room. So yeah, as I said, the only thing that could really go wrong is the pillars not being stacked properly, which can absolutely happen. Like, people will panic, which is totally fair, but you know, it's just something that you've got to take into account for. I believe that's 4 pillars right there, so that's going to be rough. So that's where you want to save your like defenses and stuff. I'll say this right now. Each fight, as a paladin, I try and look for the best times and best uses for my divine shield and my lay on hands, because I don't believe I'm running with the talent that reduces the divine shield and lay on hands cooldown. So I got to be really careful about where I'm using it, and there are actually really important points that I do use it on later bosses, which we'll look into in the other videos. Okay, so this part was scary. The boss is at 5%, we spawned 7 pillars, and then we immediately broke 3, which brought everyone dangerously low, as you can see right there. But the boss was at 5%, we were going to kill it anyway. GG. If you are lacking in DPS, then that's usually going to be about people not thinking about their movement. Either that, or they don't have the 4-piece yet. If you are farming normal for a longer period of time, then this boss might not be as difficult as you might think. But it's still not something to be messed around with. So yeah, that's the fight. It's pretty straightforward, but quite brutal if we mess it up. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.